Klaudez, I was told you made it out of the hole, but nothing beats seeing you with my own two eyes. In case you're wondering, Nero was taken straight to the infirmary. The chief should be back soon with news if you don't mind waiting. Chief, how is he? Not good. It seems one of Omega's nastier minions paid him a visit in our absence. He's putting up a brave face, but having seen his injuries, I'm surprised he kept going for as long as he did. The Shergerons confined him to bed. Even should Omega extend its next invitation, Nero won't be coming with us. Midgard Summer is taking a lengthy nap now, isn't he? And it won't be long before our base camp is lost to the rift again. When the time comes, I'll join the expedition myself. The challenges will only get harder and you'll need someone reliable at your back. I appreciate the offer, Jesse, and I may yet take you up on it when the time comes. But let's not make any decisions just yet. I have a lot of thinking to do about what's happened and about what lies ahead. Where? The poor thing, he seems worried. Thank you for trying to save me. Yeah, thank you. That's all that matters. You're a hero in my book. There you go, that made him happy. Where? Well, Dad got a smile out of him. We may not understand what he says, but I think we can understand how he feels. Right, much as I'd like to stay and chat, we all have work to do. Sooner or later, we're going to have to face Omega itself, and we've all seen what it's capable of. We need to be stronger, we need to be ready when Omega calls on us again. Let's make sure that we are. Midgard story is gone forever now? Yeah. Omega story is so strong. Yep. Initializing welcome. How may I assist you today? Access the Savage Initiative Phase 2. Initiative. Good evening, valued employee. Thank you always for your tireless efforts. As part of the Savage Initiative, we bring you Phase 2 of our Mending Melodies section, a composition designed to rejuvenate both body and spirit. The song brings to mind a gentle sea, the ebb and flow of the tide, a rhythmic balm upon the exhaustion of your soul. As with our first installment, we sought the cooperation of the same illustrious minstrel. For this piece, it seems he has drawn inspiration from his recent visits to the Far East. Now close your eyes and float upon a calm ocean of music. Let your worries be carried away by the waves as they swell and recede. Swell and recede. Clear your mind and allow new vistas to unfold. Hear, feel, and ponder their mysteries. Alright.
Oh god, 825.
I'm back. You have come good. There you are. You dissipated me to go and search for treasures again, didn't you? What's this? Klaudez, a welcome surprise. I hope Kabuto has not given you too much trouble. He saved my life, and so I wish to present him a token of my gratitude. I did not realize you were acquainted. Perhaps I should take my leave. Wait, Kabuto, where are you going? What of your gift to Klaudez? So he did not come to speak with him? I was not even aware he was here. Came here searching for you. How many times must I tell you not to go searching for treasure on your own? The Red are running amok in the Ruby Sea, you know this. Yes, I went alone, and yes, I was saved by Klaudez, but I believe it was fate. It brought us together and rewarded me with a Kakuri puppet. I will not deny you a gifted fighter, but it would be foolish to mistake today's happenstance for good fortune. But I suppose you have done worse in more favorable situations. Before we continue, I wish to add today's find to the treasure vault. You seem puzzled, Klaudez. You must think he means to travel to the Isle of Zeki. Allow me to explain. As you are well aware, the Isle of Zeki has been home to the most prized relics of both the Red and the Blue since time immemorial. Though the Red guard it fiercely, they can no longer subsist on the plunder of the Imperials. Now they demand that we join in their work as mercenaries and raiders. Naturally, we refused, and so they deny us entry to the vault. Rather than take up arms against our brothers, we have taken it upon ourselves to create a new treasure vault here in Tamamizu. To that end, we have devoted a great deal of effort of searching far and wide for treasures with which to fill our vault. If certain individuals would learn not to wander off on their own, I could take comfort in knowing said efforts are not wasted. The others would only slow me down. You will have to forgive Kabuto. He is as stubborn as his shell is thick, but you are not here to listen to our quarrels. Come, let us make our way to the treasure vault. Yo, what's up, Sonic? Klaudez, I'm making a burger. Help. Plastic erupted in flames. I'm kidding. I'm dumb, but not that dumb to put plastic. Okay, that's good to know. Put plastic on a pan. Hang on. Kabuto, you returned. What wondrous treasures have you brought us today? You can't possibly expect to fill the vault on your own. Such a task is much too great even for you. Let us help, brother. No, I work alone. Aw, looks like a Pokemon. Oh my, you never mentioned the puppet was a Kojin. Such detail, such craftsmanship. The Kami will surely be pleased with the treasure so fine. And they're doing that silly dance again. I swear if that's an emote. Kabuto of the Blue. What? Makura, was that you? No one walks alone, Kabuto. To turn your back on your brothers and sisters would be folly of the greatest order. At Tsukumogami? Oh great, divine spirit, we are humbled by your presence. Raise your heads and be proud. You have done well to gather such a glorious bounty. But the task before you is too great for a single Kojin. Kabuto, you must lead your brothers and sisters. Lead them to ever greater treasures and prosperity. You have been chosen, brother. I am honored. Truly I am. I swear on my honor, our vault will overflow with riches. But I need no help too. Silence. You will form a company of treasure seekers starting with him. Yes, you with the fuzzy tail. Please, Divine One, there's no need to burden him with such insolence. You call yourself a warrior, but your prowess pales before the might of Klaudez. Was it not you who said it was fate that brought you together? Yes, but how do you... You must accept that to which fate has bound you, Kabuto, and do so with all your heart. I'm so happy I overcooked my burger, better than undercooked. We will show you the way, brother. Henceforth, you and yours will be known as the Divine Circle. Who else shall join you in this endeavor? Well, there's Zukin, Makura, and Shikitahi. I mean, that is if it isn't an inconvenience. Where is your backbone, Kabuto? The duty placed upon you is both sudden and daunting, so your uncertainty shall be forgiven, but only this once. Furthermore, until you prove your resolve to be unbending and your mind focused, I, Tsukuma, will oversee your preparations personally. And with that, our team is assembled. Let us set forth and seek out the untold riches of the realm that even the Red Kojin will burn with envy. Oh, I guess that's done. Oh, this is the Beast Tribe quest. Okay. The Kojin Beast Tribe. I forgot about this. This was last patch. The Blue Kojin have begun making contributions to the treasure vault in Tabamizu. Alright, so I gotta do these quests. Kojin Beach Tribe quests are now available from Zukin at Tamamizu. Affiliate is searching for a friend of Garland Ironworks. Excuse me, sir, you're Klaudez, right? The name's Affiliate, newly joined to the Garland Ironworks. Pleased to meet you. I hate to be a bother, but I've got somewhere I'd like to take you. Wedge told me he once asked you to peek inside the fractal continuum, right? Well, the thing is, we've recently detected a strange signal coming from inside. Knowing our luck, it's likely some ancient Allegan weapon run amok, but we won't know for sure until someone goes in and find out. We were hoping that someone would be you, if you're up for the job. Thank the gods. I'll see you in Azizla then. Alright, time to take a look at this here teleporter. What in blazes? Access restricted? This isn't good. Someone's already triggered the intruder defense system. The only way in now would be aboard an airship, but that would mean piloting the Enterprise. Bloody hells, how am I supposed to? Klaudez, you didn't hear that, did you? You deserve better from the Ironworks, but the truth is I'm just a simple man from the Brooms, meant for simple tasks. This is beyond me. With you here though, I suppose things will work out, right? Leave everything to me. Just be confident. You're a saint, truly. Suddenly I'm not so nervous anymore. Now then, as you might have overheard a moment ago, the teleport has been locked. So it seems someone beat us here and activated the defense systems. It's nothing the Enterprise can't handle, though. Once we've locked onto the signal, we can fly straight to its source in the blink of an eye. We'll depart as soon as you're ready. Alright, the fractal continuum hard. Let's queue up for this. Dungeons, fractal continuum hard. How are we in one piece? At least now we know for certain Allegan weapons were the source of the signal. Why would they need Ultima weapon prototypes in there? On second thought, I'd rather not know the answer to that. I would stay in chat. Only had time to bring the joke of the day. I have to get a lot of homework done that I have been pushing off for a week. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. You focus on your homework, mate. You have a good one. Appreciate the joke of the day, as per usual. I presume he was the one who woke the bloody things up. I tried talking to him, but only got sullen silence from my troubles. On the bright side, the teleporter should be functional now. That's assuming, of course, there's no one else lurking about. Stay awesome and keep smiling. Have a good night. Thank you, dude. I always appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. You have a good one. Would you look at that? Up and operational. How do you think that XL reached Azizla in the first place? There's no way their balloons can reach these altitudes. Unless the rumors are true, they say a group of Ixal in the North Shroud calling themselves the Ectal 9 has been working on some sort of hybrid airship. How about we go and pay them a visit? The last thing we need is for one of them to come back and wake up another of the Allegan's delightful toys. Excuse me. Speak with Philiot in the North Shroud at Ekatal? Ekerul? There you are. Welcome on then. Let's go and have a word with the XL. Seems I was right that Sim over there getting an earful from his superior, no doubt. Take a Dezel Qualan without permission. You did, Squawk. Banish you from the Ectal 9, I should. Forgive you this once, I will, but tell me true, Kezel, did you find Ayatlan? Say something, Ka. Ayatlan, isn't that some fairy tale island the Ixil are said to have come from? Of course, that's why they've been building the airship. Pardon the intrusion, might I have a word with Kezel? What's this? Oh, it's good to see you, it is. Come, what is it you need? Meet with them in the fractal continuum I did in Azizla. Azizla, why would you go back? Lined with tubes, the walls were filled with all manner of chimerical creations. In the last of the chambers, a terrible sight I saw. It looked like us, Cecil, named Iscalion it was. To serve the Allegans they were made, developed for an airborne division. Obey any order they will. That sounds an awful lot like UXL, doesn't it? The way the wind risen up in Klaudez follows their superiors' commands with frightening obedience. Little wonder why you all left to make your own tribe. Much the same it sounds, but end there. The similarities do not. Weak to the elements, the Iscalian were and riddled with genetic instabilities. Does that not strike you as familiar? Unfit for the forest, unfit to fly. An abomination we are. A failed experiment of the Allegans. If Ayatlan exists in a test tube, it lies. Squawk, squawk, silence. If Ayatlan is the damnable laboratory of Allegans, then seek paradise elsewhere we must. My desire to fly to find our home in the sky created by science, these are not. Can we not aspire to greatness? After all, made to dream we were not. Speak of this again, you will not understand. None will deny the Ixal's ambitions, not even you. Forgive me, I was wrong. Our paradise, Ayatlan, find it in Azizla. I did not, but someday I will together with the Ectal 9. It looks like you've already resolved the matter we came to discuss. You won't be returning to Azizla, I take it? Never. Even at the threat of death, return there we will not. Look, enough talking, Kessa. Prepare yourself for stealing our airship, a most severe punishment you will receive. Squawk, but Cecil. Everything settled then, eh? And who would have thought the exile actually came from Azizla? I have lost all my feathers after hearing news like that. They've chosen to keep a stiff upper lip or beak, I suppose, and here I am being hard on myself for my upgrimming in the brooms, piss all compared to their hardships. If they won't give up on their dreams, then I won't on mine. Looks like I've got my work cut out for me, or cut out for me if I'm to be even half the engineers it is. Thank you, Klaudez, for everything. Well, that's that one done. Luena is frustrated with a new challenge and needs to unburden herself. I dressed precisely as I was told to receive such a dreadful sword, not to mention the humiliating criticism. You wish to know what's bothering me? That is well, for I wish to unburden myself. I've been having a frustrating time with the fashion report, the challenge they recently introduced. Yes, I, who can play any game here blindfolded and spun around, struggle with it. To be fair to myself, though, it has a subjective element. If you have a mind for fashion, perhaps you would like to try your hand at the challenge. Go to Wonder Square and seek out Master Rose, but be warned, the barbs on that man's tongue have barbs on their tongues. This is the Master Rose. Oh ho, a new challenger has come to put his stylistic sensibilities to the test. Welcome to the fashion report, good sir. Well, is everything quite alright? Yes, everything is rosy, redolently so. Is that you, Redolent Rose? I fear you are mistaken. While I am flattered that you should confuse me with the greatest weaver the realm has ever seen, I am Master Rose and no other kind. And if that was an attempt to flatter your way into my good graces, nice try, sir, but not even the Sultana herself can expect special treatment here. Now then, I believe this is your first time participating in the fashion report. Allow me to explain the concept and the rules. Fashion is a form of self-expression. What we wear without is a reflection of who we are within. But it is a conscious effort or no, this choice brings our individuality to the fore. Individuality. Some folk are drawn to vibrant colors, others may favor a loose fit for comfort, and while it is well and good to dress to one's preferences, a man cannot prefer that which he does not know. The world of fashion is vast and at times daunting, but we have the courage to take a step into the unknown. We may discover wonderful new ways of self-expression we have never considered. And 'tis for no other reason than to encourage folk to take that first step that I created this challenge, the fashion report. The rules are simple. I simply assign you a theme based upon which you are to attire yourself to the best of your sensibilities. I shall then judge you and award you a score. Participating is free and there is a host of fabulous prizes to be won, courtesy of Manderville and Manderville. If you wish to know the finer points of the game, my lovely assistant Kasumi shall attend you. I look forward to giving you my unadulterated, brutally honest evaluation of your fashion sense. Steel yourself and let me know when you are ready to undertake the challenge. The fashion report is now available. Speak with Master Rose and the Gold Saucer to undertake a fashion challenge. The realm's problems can wait until tomorrow. For today, we dress like heroes and heroines in Master Rose's fashion report fashion challenges. New challenges are posted in the Gold Saucer every week on Tuesday at midnight PST and are live for 3 days until Friday at midnight. Each challenge begins with themes given for 11 different equipment slots, not including waist and offhand. Adventurers then choose from their wardrobe pieces of gear that they feel complement those themes. Master Rose will judge adventurers' attire and award a score from 1 to 100 based on their coordination skills. Adventurers are given 4 opportunities per challenge to have their attire judged. It is recommended that adventurers share insight with each other on how they fare to determine what combinations of gear earn the highest scores. MGP can be earned once per week for participating in a fashion report, with bonus MGP being awarded to those who achieve a rating of 80 or above. The fashion report is a challenge unlike any at the Gold Saucer. Each week, Master Rose issues a theme to which you are to attire yourself. You then go before him for judging. Be fairly warned, as a leading critic in the field of fashion, Master Rose does not mince words. Rather, he tears participants to shreds with his barbed tongue. That aside, folks seem to enjoy the experience. The prizes on offer certainly help to soothe the pain. Tuesday, 9 PM Earth Time. You may submit yourself for judging up to 4 times each week between Friday at 9 PM and the following Tuesday at 9 PM. Fashion report is unavailable outside of these times. Participants are judged on a scale of 1 to 100. Even if you do not score well at first, do not lose heart, for there are more opportunities to impress. To be precise, you may present yourself for evaluation 4 times per challenge. What are the prizes? Simply participating once in any fashion challenge will earn you a sum in MGP. It is our little way of encouraging and thanking you. The serious rewards, however, begin when you achieve a score of 80 or above. In this case, you can look forward to a veritable bounty of MGP. Furthermore, regular challengers will also have access to unique prizes via exchange, so you see there is no reason not to participate unless your ego is too fragile to survive that. Okay. Pray forgive me, but the judging period has yet to begin. I suggest that you use the time to hone your stylistic sensibilities. Confirm this week's fashion challenge. The current theme is high society. High society. Silken things, simple as best. Long skirt, cute as a button. Friend to the end. Oh my goodness. Okay, it starts on Friday. Friday to Tuesday.
Fine.
We shall call it Eureka. Galliena is reasonably sure you are the adventurer she is looking for. Claude's Village of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. Very good. I have a message for you from Aunt Rowena. It's more of a request, I suppose, though I don't have any details of consequence. Sure, I'd like you to assist with the exploration of a recently discovered island. Surely you'd be interested in that sort of thing, being an adventurer? If you are, then you should head to Kugana and see Kadokaze, the proprietress of the Shiokaze Holstery. It's a long way to go, I know, but the island's out that way anyway, so... Okay. Gotta go to Kugane. Damn it.
It's a turtle?
No, it's not a turtle.
Yeah, a turtle.
I see you decided to accept the invitation of the House of Splendors. Rowena, I will be pleased. Come, I will show you to your table.
How do you get here? Oh.
It's good to see a familiar face in these parts, particularly that of the man who might well be my most valued customer. You can't just walk around calling crabs turtle. Yeah, it's my bad. I don't know why I said turtle.
You pretty much called me a turtle there, because that's my star sign. Thank you.
I mean, turtle's a good star sign. I actually really, I like the turtle mount. and the turtle pet too, because they both spin, yeah.
True.
Turtles in general are just solid creatures. I gather you were not expecting Kral or myself to be attending this little teeter-teet. As you will see, however, this is a matter which concerns us
Did
all.
you have to, like, unlock a relic? Oh, wait.
It all began when a vessel of the East Island Trading Company happened upon the island in the Glass Ocean, a deserted island which was not recorded on our charts and quite frankly had no business being there. Suffice it to say, we were surprised. Pleasantly so, in fact. An unclaimed, undeveloped island in such a location would be boon to our trading concerns in this corner of the world.
You have to acquire level 70 antiquated.
You can't just call Yuva a turtle. What's next? Calling the Scorpios and arrayed centipedes? That's Yuva's star sign. Turtles are awesome. What do you mean? It's a compliment.
Rodney. That's Rodney.
Now centipedes on the other hand is disgusting, so I would never do that. Kagane is bleeding us both dry with its tariffs. Depending on the goods, we're paying more than 10 times that we'd owed in Limsa and Olda, which is already too damn much. Believe you me. What my dear Rowena is trying to say is that having an additional port of call in this region, one more amenable to free trade, would be in the best interest of a great many parties. Which is why, upon learning of this island, I immediately authorized an exploratory expedition. The team was large and well funded. I spared no expense. Alas, only a handful returned. The survivors reported irregularities with the island's aether, which we believed would give rise to a number of strange and monstrous beasts which set upon them not long after they arrived. This regrettable turn of events forced us to reevaluate our assessment of the island and put our plans on hold for a time. If development was to proceed, it would require a great deal more capital than originally anticipated. So it came to me in mind for a handout, and I obliged. And before you scoff, know that some of my regular customers were members of that failed expedition, and what they told me was enough to justify the expense. Tales of treasure of untold wealth and riches, and gods know what else. I will have to wade through all them beasties. With great risk comes great reward, as they say. Spoken like a born entrepreneur, your ambition and ruthlessness are admirable, my lady. I dare say I could stand to learn a thing or two from you. She's got a smug look on her face. In any event, having formed our partnership, we wish to dispatch a second joint expeditionary force to the island. That said, if we were just to send anyone, their fate is like to be the same as that of the first. So this time we have a mind to send a dab hand, a veteran of 1,000 battles, a tried and true killer. You see where I'm going with this. Oh, who could that be? While I lack your aptitude for warcraft, I will be joining the expedition as a researcher. The Scions have an interest in this island. How perceptive of you. You are right. This is not the sort of affair that would normally concern us. However, after speaking with the others, they have consented to my participation on account of my personal interest. You will forgive me if I say no more at this time. If my suspicions prove true, then I will tell you everything, I promise. Right then, I believe that covers everything. The company ship that will deliver you to the island is waiting to receive you. You may proceed to the pier whenever you are ready to depart. Oh, and so you're not surprised, you'll have company. A craftsman whose help I reckon we ought to have. He should be at the pier already. Rowena and I still have a few things to discuss, so why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up to you later. Rendezvous with the craftsman at pier number 1. Yep. No matter how many times you say it, you whiny little shite, I ain't about to let a bloody stranger waltz up in line to tell me which way my bread is butter. Now piss off. Does your Eorzean stubbornness know no end? I have urgent business on that island and I demand you take me there at once. I could hear the shouting half a mile away. Always those antagonizing falafels. Sure, what is all the fuss about? Oh, Miss Krell, sorry about that. It's this here bastard what's causing trouble. This falafel, I tell you. Ajika, what are you doing here? Did you really think I wouldn't find out about your letter? The nerve of you, trying to get a head start on your own. Well, sorry to spoil your plans. Don't be difficult. I had every intention of requesting your assistance if and when I confirmed my hypothesis was correct. Forgive me, you must be completely at a loss. The gentleman on the right is... Wait, you already know each other, do you not? Well, as you may have guessed, Jarrett will be leading his considerable expertise to our expedition. And on the left we have... Ajika Tsujika, of the students of Baldesion. And you must be called the so-called warrior of light. Charmed, I'm sure. I'll thank you not to get underfoot. Manners, Ajika. If you intend to accompany us on this expedition, excuse me. Of course I do. If you think I'm about to let a by-the-book traditionalist like you conduct an independent investigation, you got another thing coming. Another think. I should be glad to welcome the assistance of a preeminent scholar such as yourself. Dude, is it just me or is there a lot of typos in this? Preeminent? Isn't it prominent? Now, if you'll be so kind as to stop badgering poor Gerald and board the ship, we can get underway. I swear there's a bunch of spelling mistakes. Preeminent. Ejika is one of the few surviving students of Baldician. While his expertise in aetherology is impressive by any measure, alas, so is his ego. I didn't realize that was a dude. But enough about him. We have an island to explore. If you've no matters left to attend, speak with Rodney. He will show you aboard. Rodney looks like bloody that looked like what's his face. That's what I'm saying. What a trap, right? Trap falafel. It occurs to me that no one bothered to tell you the name of the island we mean to explore, am I correct? It's a bit grandiose and melodramatic, but we've tentatively named it for a place from alleged legend, a forbidden land where fearsome weapons were hidden away for safekeeping. We call it Eureka. Yeah, you gotta, add dramatic effect when you mention that. Lower the music a little bit. We call it ... Eureka, just for dramatic effect. Eureka Animos, now accessible.
I don't get what we have to do.
Please be advised that all excursions for Eureka are item level sync. Gear exceeding an item level of 300 will be adjusted. Oh. Okay. While exploring Animos, you will have the opportunity to create Eureka gear and weapons. If you wish to do so, it would be prudent to acquire level 70 antiquated items in advance. Should you wish to know more about Eureka Animos and what it has to offer, you may speak with Rodney for further details. Alright, Rodney, where you at? I see him. More information. The Forbidden Land Eureka. To be clear, it's not actually the Eureka of a alleged legend. The underground labyrinth in which someone saw fit to squirrel away weapons of unfathomable power. We just thought the name was fitting for this unexplored island. It may be explored in parties of up to 8 players or solo. Adventurers who choose to brave the wilds of Eureka will find that their strength there is measured in their elemental level. Moreover, all equipped items will be subject to item level sync. Up to 144 players? Damn.
Item.
Okay. Eureka is a bit odd that the elemental forces that are constantly in flux. If you want to survive, you'll need to keep a close eye on the changes and adapt your tactics accordingly. Your strength in Eureka is measured in your elemental level, which may be increased by defeating various enemies and gaining elemental experience points. Your level and XP accrued will be retained between visits. Progress will not be lost when you depart Eureka. Okay. Please be advised that elemental XP gained may be affected by the number of players in your party and the difficulty of the enemies you defeat. You'd best be careful when out and about in Eureka. If you're careless and get caught off guard by a beast, you might find yourself nursing wounds that last a lifetime. When you are KO'd in the Forbidden Land Eureka, you will lose elemental XP. Oh god, we can't die.
Okay.
However, if you are revived by another player within 10 minutes of being KO'd, you will receive no elemental XP penalty. Furthermore, if your current elemental level is 5 or below, you will not lose XP when you get KO'd. Please be advised that if your elemental level is 11 or higher, this penalty may reduce your XP to below 0. Wait, what? Your elemental XP total below 0. Should this happen, you will lose an elemental level. You can actually lose levels?
Wow.
Dying equals XP loss and the enemy's aggro to infinity. The drama is endgame, yo, NPC endgame. Okay.
Alright.
Eureka is a harsh, unforgiving land, and it should come as no surprise that creatures that can thrive in such an environment must be fearsome indeed. You'll need to study your prey carefully before deciding how to proceed. Enemies encountered in the Forbidden Land Eureka are imbued with powers aspected to a particular element. This elemental aspect is indicated by an icon to the left of their display names. When engaging an enemy in battle, it may be prudent to alter your tactics accordingly. Okay. So they have like elements that we have to worry about. Notorious monsters. That's what we call the ones which have soaked up a disproportionate quantity of aether, makes them meaner and nastier than most, which is saying a lot considering the disposition of most creatures you'll encounter on the island. Anyway, point is you'll not want to face one alone. In the Forbidden Land Eureka, you may encounter especially powerful enemies called Notorious monsters. You would do well to engage these enemies together with other adventurers if you wish to defeat them. Some notorious monsters will not appear unless certain conditions are met. Speak with other adventurers and share information that you might determine what these conditions are. Rewards obtained from combat. What's in it for me and mine, eh? Well, it so happens that there are very unusual crystals that can be found only in Eureka, crystals for which the holders of the purse strings have an endless appetite. When you defeat enemies in battle, you may receive a variety of rewards. Among these possible rewards are Protean crystals, which may be used to strengthen and enhance Eureka gear. Protean crystals. Okay. XP chains. Funny little expression that I think I've heard some adventurers use it to describe what they get when they get into a rhythm and start slaying beasts left and right. Upon defeating an enemy, you will have a limited window in which you may attempt to defeat another. If successful, you will initiate an XP chain. Defeating subsequent enemies while an XP chain is active will earn you additional elemental XP. You will also have an increased chance to receive rewards as well as higher quantities of said rewards. Okay. Alright, last one. I don't think you need me to tell you that it's dangerous to go alone. There's safety in numbers, never mind the fact you'll all be better equipped to take on more powerful foes. Unlike in instant duties, in the Forbidden Land Eureka, you may form and leave parties... What? You may form and leave parties with other players at will. You may also use the adventurer list to seek out players close in elemental level to form parties and explore Eureka together. Okay. Alright. I kinda get what we're doing.
That looks like a fun place.
Yeah. If it just wasn't raining. I wonder if the weather changes. Yeah, probably. Suppose there's a quest here? Yeah.
There's an Ethernet shard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright. Tune to that. Port Surgate.
Cool.
Downpour is nice. Yeah, it is nice. Very peaceful. I knew it from the moment we arrived. Despite everything that has happened here, there can be no mistake. I hate to admit it, but you had the right of it. I said I would tell you everything if my suspicions proved true, and so I will. The reason I urge the Scions to approve my participation in this expedition is because this island is the Isle of Val. The self-same island that once served as the headquarters and home of the students of Baldesion, an island that belongs on the other side of the world that was obliterated by a terrible magic. Very peaceful, last words spoken before terrible things happen. I'm sure if we progress enough, terrible things will happen. I was fortunate to have been elsewhere at the time, but I know you were not so lucky. I don't suppose you have any idea how it could have ended up here in the Glass Ocean? That's a dude. Can you believe that guy is a guy? Is a dude? Is a boy? That looks like 100% trap. Alas, my memories of the incident are muddled. All I recall is a voice, that of the star, I suspect. What? No, they can't just bring that island back. One of my favorite Asians nuked it, right? Faint and fleeting but warm, and then I awoke on the shore of Old Charlian. How convenient for you and utterly unhelpful for the rest of us. Would that more than Galuf's chosen heir could have received this blessing of light. And where are you off to now, Ajika? To find anyone else that might still be alive. I'll thank you not to follow. I work better alone. Cutting us loose now that you got what you wanted. It'd be better for everyone if we cooperated. Let's go straight up. I'll allow that I've yet to repay you for bringing me to the island. Let no one here say I am ungrateful. I heard enough from Galuf. A proposal then. Should I learn anything of significance, I will return here and share it with the rest of you. Does that satisfy Kryle? He's a handful, I know. You needn't worry about me. I'm more than capable of defending myself. So we have a mystery on our hands. Somehow the Isle of Val was transported from one corner of the world to this one. Ajika is right in that our first priority should be to confirm whether or not any of our comrades that were here are still alive. If someone is, then perhaps they will be able to help us understand what happened. I appreciate your help more than you know. But before you can begin in earnest, it is important that you are properly prepared. The stories you heard about the creatures that roam these lands were not exaggerations, and I would not see you struck down due to carelessness. Gerald has been working on something that will be of any use to you. Why don't you go and see if it is ready? I have various measurements to take in the meantime. Come and find me if you wish to speak later. You got ourselves dragged into a fine mess, eh? Rowena's still wielding that tavern lamp of mine like a chef's knife, taking a pounds of flesh here and there. Wait, don't tell me she got her hooks in you too. Well, it's no business of mine. We're here and we may as well make the most of it, much as ye can make of being stuck on a god-forsaken island where the very elements are your enemy, and the only living creatures want nothing more than to make your Make a deed. You've probably heard from the others about how the beasties here have been bathed in the twisted aether of this place and are somehow stronger for it. People rezzing left and right already. Yeah, I heard that. Don't know about all that, but I do know that if you walked out the gates and let one take a swing at you, you'd feel it more ways than one. Aye, not only can they rend flesh and break bones, they can also disrupt your very aether. So if you're intending to go toe-to-toe with one, you'll need a way to improve your ability to endure said beastie's attacks. Rather, your ability to defend against attacks of a given elemental aspect. Goes without saying, the same principle applies if you want to hit the beast's back harder, eh? Any road to that end, Kryle and I have been working on a solution, a magic contraption you can use to manipulate your elemental affinities and find more effectively in Eureka. We call it a magia board. Might take some getting used to, but I'm sure a clever lad like you will manage, but the board alone's not enough, I should say. You'll need these crystals. What are they called? The tempera crystals? Never mind. Magicite, that was it. Type of crystals found here in Eureka, pure as driven snow, or so I'm told. Luckily for you, I've got one to spare. Brought back by a survivor of the first expedition. Go on and take it along with the board. Magicite. Reckon you'll find more while you're out and about. So I designed it to take up to 5 in a given configuration. To affix or remove Magicite, you'll need to avail yourself of that there Magia Melder. Shouldn't be too hard, but if you've got questions, direct them to the expedition engineer over yonder. Okay. Where's the music? No music. All Magia Aether is restored. The Magia Melder may be used to affix Magicite or to remove it from your Magia board. When you have finished experimenting with it, speak with Kryle to proceed. Magia board acquired. Oh my god, okay. You have obtained your very own Magia board. In Eureka, each creature is aspected to a certain element, giving them a distinct advantage in battle. You will need to make judicious use of both the Magia board and Magicite to overcome your foes. Okay. Raise your affinity to certain elements by melding magicite to your magic board or spinning the board to change its alignment. A magic board properly configured to an enemy's ethereal tilt can enhance both offensive and defensive capabilities. Speak to the expeditionary engineer for further guidance. This looks weird. Yilva,
Yeah?
did you pick your element already on the magic board?
No, I got no clue what to do there.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as well, because basically it's when we put it in an element, it makes us, I don't know if it makes us stronger against that element or makes us stronger in an element to counter a different element. So like if we were to go, say, if we put it in lightning, maybe it will make us stronger against water enemies. Or if we were to put it in ice, maybe it would be stronger against fire. I'm not entirely sure what's weak against what. But
What I don't know is like, does it have any other, like, can you get all points somewhere or?
we
like,
will,
does-
when we find more magicite, we can put more points. I don't know if it's, you can change it. Like you can remove all of it, I think, and then reset, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. Wait, we can spin this thing? How do you spin it?
Spinning the magic.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk to this guy over here. Magicite, nothing ever went wrong involving Magicite, right? While taking preliminary readings, something unusual came to light. The headquarters of the students of Baldessian was situated in a tower which appears to be encased in a magical barrier, and someone of or something seems to have activated our defenses. I can only hope this was the work of survivors. The very possibility is enough to make investigating a tower a priority. The question is, how are we to get there? Barriers notwithstanding, traveling on foot will place us at the mercy of the wilderness. 'Twould be safer to make use of the island's Aethernet. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be in the best of shape at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why, but perhaps we can find a way to put it in good working order. So I have two favors to ask of you. One, attune to every Aethernet shard you find. Any difficulties you experience may help me get to the root of the problem, and if you can use them without issue, then all the better. Two, if you should come across a protean crystal, I want you to bring it to me. I make this request on behalf of our financiers, to be clear. Which isn't to
Wait.
say that we shouldn't oblige them. We should. They have been quite generous with their support after all. I'm sure you have heard this too many times before, but be careful. These creatures are unlike anything I have ever seen. Do not underestimate them. And remember to attune to every Aethernet shard you find, starting with that one over there if you haven't. I already have. You may now purchase items only available for use in the Forbidden Land Eureka from the Expedition Provisioner. Okay. Don't forget, why can't we? Okay. I guess we should talk to the Provisioner. Ask about the special stock. In addition to the usual assortment of sundries, the house is proud to...
Oh!
What's
If you put a point into something, you can just click on the overlay there and then you can move it around.
Oh, okay, okay.
So just put it somewhere and then
We can
move
rotate
around.
it. Okay. Have you talked to the Provisioner already?
Yeah?
Okay. Please be advised that certain items sold by the Expedition Provisioner can only be used in Forbidden Eureka. What do you have, even? This potent concoction gradually restores own HP or the HP of a pet. Eh?
It's like a region you can put in yourself.
Oh,
It's pretty good actually.
I might buy
Not
that.
some of the-
I'll buy a stack. Antidotes, eye drops. Eh. I mean, most of this stuff can be just assumed it off, right? I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me put in a point. I guess I'll go. Lightning. How do you? Okay. Wait. So really, it doesn't matter what point you put it into, because you can just rotate it anyway.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
you can just change it for every fight
Yeah.
you face. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, what I'm picturing is that... Hang on, where do I put this thing? What I'm picturing is that... say we put, like, points in different things. When you rotate it, like, it's going to rotate everything, right? So...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Alright. We need to find this. It'll be a matter of having the right defense and offense points for an enemy and shifting the board accordingly. Exactly. I guess we need to find that list, adventure list or whatever.